Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
Won't you come out and play with me? Step by step, heart to heart, left, right, left, we all fall down like toy soldiers.
Well, what do you do when you're bored? That's what you do. You record a singing in the round of toy soldiers. That's right, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. Yes, that was kind of fun. I did like 6 different voices there, and there was an impetus, obviously, and that was we're going to be talking a little bit about the heart a bit in a roundabout way, and heart coherence and all these different things. But yeah, it came to mind when I started thinking about the heart, and I was like, step by step, heart to heart. That was little Tom Waits. I didn't do that one, really. I did a little bit of that. But yeah, hopefully it didn't send you running for the hills. Man, oh man, I got to be honest, I might not sound like it, but I'm not doing well. I have still been having a lot of horrible symptoms, but we're pushing forward. We are pushing forward with the podcast, and we're going to be talking about some stuff that anybody can do and relate to, including myself in the state that I'm in and trying to kind of bring about an atmosphere and mentality of healing. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a flavor or a little bit of a shout out to Joe Dispenza, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and Heart Coherence and the HeartMath Institute and the Law of Attraction, and just strategies that you can do here on the Living Artist Podcast to get yourself in tune with, like, yes, your heart, but what you want to be doing with your career, what you want to be manifesting in life and in art, and the best way to do that, and a little strategy that you can do at home that's fun, and you can do it for as long as you want. So that's what we're going to get into right now. That's right, everybody. Stick around. Get. Okay. Little Bill Burr for you there. Yeah, trying to bring the energy, and it goes along with what we're going to talk about today. It's almost like acting as if you are a certain way, even though I have been still having horrible symptoms and, feeling like I'm going to die frequently and having all these problems that are pretty, existential threats. I am trying to adopt a new mentality. I'm trying to project a different kind of energy. I'm trying to project a state of wellness and believe in that state of wellness and put some energy out there to act as if I'm already healing. And maybe I can kind of fool my body into coming along. And I use that just as an example because it's a powerful example of what you can do and what you can do with the body and the brain and the soul, the spirit, everything, and just accessing your own inner pharmacy just with your thoughts, feelings, and actions and energy. And, this is a very powerful thing to do for me, but it's also a very powerful thing for you to do with your art and your career and your life, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be trying to access in your life that can up your level or bring you to that next level. You can apply this. So for me, it is healing, and it's getting back to my life and being able to actually, get back in the studio and paint again and just act like a normal human being and have a normal, life with my wife. For you, it might be, getting into more galleries or getting more attention for your work or, upping your sales online, whatever it is. This is something you can apply right here. So we're going to get into a little bit of an explanation of it. I'm not going to get into the science too much because you can just go to Joe Dispenza, see a lot of his stuff on YouTube or listen to him on podcasts. He will talk to you about the science behind this. There is a lot of science behind it, but just suffice to say that we do all resonate. We all do have a magnetism. The heart has a magnetism. We do emit energy and frequency from us that has been proven in science over and over and over again. Might sound woo-woo, but it's there. So just believe that going forward and look it up if you want to. But just assume that that is so with this podcast, what we're going to be talking about. So we're just going to jump into it right now. We're not going to waste any time with any more preamble. And I'm going to give you the exercise. It is a very simple. It sounds like just a garden variety meditation exercise, but it's so much more powerful than that. I just want you to find a comfortable position. I'm not going to lead you through this today, but just, keep this in your mind when you're visualizing how to do it, when you're visualizing your visualization. So you're going to find a comfortable place. You're going to either lay down or sit up. Just focus in on your breathing. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, or in through the nose, out through the nose. And you're going to just start focusing on your breathing. And once you get into a state of calm, you're going to focus in on your heart. If it helps you to put your hand over your heart, great. But you're going to just focus in and really picture your heart. Picture your heart beating and the blood pumping through the heart, and just focus in on that until you can really get a good picture of that. And you're going to be sending this energy or this message to your heart. Let's say it's gratitude, okay? I know it's talked about a lot, but it is so important. Gratitude is so important. And from a different angle, I want you to think about this from a different angle. Wipe out what you know about gratitude and gratitude practice and affirmations and just, gratitude journaling and all that. It's all good. It's all wonderful. But this is actually getting into a place where you're really focusing in on the actual feeling of it and getting yourself to a place where you're synchronizing your heart with that feeling. And Joe Dispenza talks about a number of things, but how once you actually get in sync with that energy in your heart, all that energy just shoots up to your brain. And then you have this kind of a resonance, a strong resonance. It's almost like an antenna that's shooting out this magnetism or this energy. And, you can believe what you want to believe, but it's powerful. And let's say you're focusing in on gratitude, which is perfect. He talks about it in a way that's interesting. And you could just apply this to the law of attraction, but it goes deeper than that too, because it is actually scientific. Let's say you focus in on gratitude, which he says is the ultimate state of receiving, right? What do you do when you get something? Let's say you're trying to get into a gallery. Let's say you're so focused on getting into this one gallery that you love so much and you just can't wait. You love the artist. You love the work they show. You think they have a great, collector list. And you're just like, once I get into that gallery, oh my God, then you're stressing out about it. You're obsessing. You're kind of just in that state of like, man, I wish I could do this. Kind of makes you feel a little depressed or makes you feel a little anxious, whatever. But let's say you got into this gallery. What's going to happen when you get into this gallery? Well, you're going to feel great. You're going to feel amazing. And you're going to feel gratitude. You're going to be like, wow, I'm so grateful that I finally was able to achieve this, that they took me on, that they see value in my work. And then you're going to feel this state of gratitude, right? So many people are waiting for something to happen for them to feel this state of gratitude. Well, let's reverse engineer that, like a Tim Ferriss would say. Let's reverse engineer that and start. Like, what if the opposite were true? Let's start back with gratitude and feeling that gratitude so strongly in your heart, and understanding that while you're focusing in on the heart and the beating and the blood and the pressure and the pulse and the energy flowing, and you feel that state of gratitude so strongly that it shoots up to your brain and you have this magnetism shooting out into the sky, into the universe. And, you are in that state of gratitude. This is something that's not going to happen right now or overnight, but it might happen the first session, but sustaining it, it's going to be a practice. What's so powerful of this practice is when you're actually in that state of gratitude, you are in a state of receiving. Like, instead of waiting for that thing to happen to have that gratitude, which is what everybody's doing. Oh, well, when I get this job, or when I get this raise, or when I get in this gallery, or when I sell to this person, then I will feel gratitude. No. That's the wrong way to think about it. The right way to think about it is feel that gratitude now. Feel it in your heart. Feel it in your bones. Feel it resonating in your body. And you're not even going to care if you get it, because That's like the byproduct of it is you're going to just be happy because you're going to be acting as if you already have it. You're going to be feeling that gratitude. And then you know what? You're going to release all those blocks. And that stuff is probably going to come to you anyway. And then you're not even really going to care that much because you're already in that state. But it's like that thing you do when you're trying to get into a relationship, right? And you're looking for that other person so much and so strongly. And you're just like efforting and over efforting. And you're like, oh, why can't I ever find somebody? Well, when does it always happen? When you let go of that like obsession, when you stop forcing it and you surrender to, well, you know what? I'm okay. I'm just going to be fine the way I am. Boom. That person appears in your life, maybe the love of your life, and you end up being with that person in that relationship. And it's just at that moment when you were like accepting of what is, and you let go of the pushing and efforting, that's when it happens. And it's a similar thing with this, although it's even more powerful because you're actually getting yourself into that state of feeling that anyway, which is just going to make you a happier human being in general. If you're living in a state of gratitude, not only are you just going to feel great, but you are going to be open. Your antenna is going to be up. You're going to be into that state of receiving. Like, okay, universe, give me whatever. I'm ready to receive. I'm in that reception mode. And I think that is extremely powerful. So you just focus in on your heart and your breath. You picture it. You visualize your heart. You visualize that energy. You feel the gratitude. You send that gratitude to your heart. You send it there. You keep sending it. You keep doing that until you really feel it. Start off your day this way. And then when you really feel that, you're going to feel that energy. Whether or not you feel it actually shooting up to your brain and resonating or any vibration, I don't know. That's going to be up to you to feel. But you'll know when you feel something, and you'll know when some change happens because you'll feel good and you'll feel grateful. And I think that's just a great place to be in. For me specifically with my healing, if I'm in a state of reception or gratitude, and I feel that in my heart every day, it's going to knock out fear. It's going to knock out doubt. It's even going to be sending these chemicals into my brain to access that placebo effect or that pharmacy that I have in my body or that everybody has in their body, because you're doing away with all the fear and the doubt and the existential angst. It's all there. That's all real. But you have to be more powerful than that feeling. That's the thing that I'm saying. Everything that I'm feeling is very real and it's happening in my body and it's scary. And, I fought it so hard, but this is something that you have to really rise above to heal from something horrible or to achieve something wonderful. You have to rise above it. You have to be greater than that in your feeling and in your gratitude and in your heart. So I know this is woo-woo, but I really think it is something that we all do as top performers in any field. It's something that we tap into, whether that's just through visualization and getting so strong with the visualization that you can see it so strongly that you're already living it. It's what athletes do. It's what, CEOs do. It's what artists do. It's what actors do. It's what musicians do. Everybody does this in some form or another. So scrape the woo-woo out of your brain and just believe this. I know as artists, we're open to that. But if anybody else is listening and you're like, what is this? Just be open to it because that's what everybody does. I mean, politicians probably do this. You know what I mean? Everybody does it. This is something that I think is a really powerful tool for you. Give it a shot. Try it out. And see what happens in your life when you really get into that state. It might not happen overnight, but when you just start feeling like, wow, I didn't really have that negative self-talk today, or I woke up in a better mood today, or, look, I got a couple more sales this week. Maybe it's just as simple as that. Results may vary. Yeah, results will vary between people, but you'll see it. Things will start happening. And if you're just in a better state of mind, I mean, you've already won your day because we're already scraping out all of those negative patterns that we get into, like the bitching, the moaning, the cynicism, whatever that is for you, the negative self-talk in your work. You're scraping that out when you get into this state of mind. And yes, if you believe in law of attraction, this also is a powerful aspect of law of attraction. You're going to make yourself open to receiving different things. And it doesn't have to be just gratitude. It can be whatever you want. Like maybe you want to be sending the peace to your heart or peace into your life and feeling that state of peace. Or maybe you want to be feeling success. Send success into your heart. Send these feelings of joy, of elation, whatever it is to you that speaks to you. Maybe it's healing. Maybe you just want to send healing. Maybe you want to send just abundance and love. I mean, it doesn't matter. Anything that speaks to you, you can replace the gratitude with any of those feelings or things that you want to achieve in your life. Do that. It has the same power. You're going to, if you do this practice right, you're going to be feeling that state that you're trying to project. And then those things are going to be coming to you a little bit easier. And we're just going to be happier as a byproduct, happier human beings and more conscious human beings, which I don't even have to tell you what kind of benefits that has. So hopefully this has been something that has spoken to you, that you liked, and that you can, you feel like you can apply to your life and to your art. I know I can. I know I do. And I know I'm working on that right now. So, stay tuned. We'll see. If I heal, you'll know that it worked. If I don't, well, what other choice do I have but to try, right? This is called The Living Artist. But wouldn't that just be the grand irony if the living artist don't wait till you're dead? I don't even want to go there. But, we're going to rise above. We are going to, find these things in our lives and, kind of emit that feeling and that energy that we want to and live our best lives and have our best art careers. So that's it, everybody. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you liked the episode. Be good to yourselves. Be good to everybody else out there, and we'll see you next time.
There, far, wherever you are,
I'm gonna stop you right
Hey,
there.
what the hell?
It seems that we can only sing 7 words of this song without being sued by the powers that be here. Okay, so we're gonna have to cut it short.
Well, cut you short. Whatever. My heart will go on. See what I did there? Take that, suckers!
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.